Do you talk with your hands? Do you create? Shh. Okay. Take two. Do you talk with your hands? Do you create pictures in the air? Do you stab and slash? Do you express yourself unaware? Wriggle your fingers and bend at the wrists. Motion a commotion, defend with your fist. Now it's spreading to your arms, your elbows act like hinges. Communicate through movement from the outer fringes. Roll your shoulders, sway back and forth, jerking with gestures, eyes now rolling north. Stamp your feet and run on the spot. It's like fight or flight. If your body's under pressure, your anxiety is plain sight. What bubbles inside, the seeds are interior, is sown through a story played out on the exterior. The horse that lays the window flat, the bridle and the hammer, the village idiots step aside, the whisper in the stammer, and somewhere in the distance the orange glow of the town. Soon to develop the green belt, the seeds have already been sown. The gathering of decision makers and people who objected. Big words follow money, and the truth will be rejected. Life beyond the concrete streets, and land is tickled by the seasons. Where do you draw the line? The meanings and your reasons? I love the way that they justify development through economics, the politics of profits, and disgust over gin and tonics. The only green that they see is money and how to make it. When everything else has disappeared, well, they won't be able to eat it. Even recycling will only be done if it's profitable. They will not think of this planet any more than me or you. Eventually we will destroy ourselves because we forgot one thing, that the earth is part of us, and without it, well, where would we be? I stack memories in neatly formed boxes, stacked upon each other and stockpiled in my mind. I archive information in rows of filing cabinets, where things are put in order on the evidence that I find. Now, in the event of an act, the evidence is sensory. Everything is processed in your head in rewind. Like a photo or a video, you can play your memory. You can watch it at your own leisure, even if you're blind. Once it goes in, it stays in. And what you see is what you get. And if you struggle with memory loss, your mind, it won't forget. So don't worry about what you've stored. It's now out of your hands. Your mind is a separate entity, so you better check your plans. I sometimes wonder, who's in charge, me or my mind? And this is the case across the board for all of humankind. I understand so little, but I know how I feel. For if there's one thing I can use as a gauge, it's when I feel wild or really still. And when I'm calm, I could take on the world and worry less and less. I can deal with things that are out of my control, and I will not let them stress. But when I'm wild, there's not much hope. I don't see things very clear. Everything becomes blurred, and I don't see no sense in here. So the one thing I do know is I can use how I feel and use it as a tool for this world, and then I can deal. I pose this question to you. Why is poetry not popular? Poetry doesn't drive a flash car. It doesn't take fashion and push it too far. There's no profit to be made. It can't be manufactured and played. There's no product to sell, no gossip to tell, only words to make you feel as they fall on deaf ears, yet still. There's a truth that people don't want to hear. No lies, no falseness, nowhere to hide they fear. And this day and age, where egos rage and celebrity status is constantly upstaged, people look past the simple, the simplicity of words. They read fictional books because it makes their lives not so absurd. There's just no time within this busy lifestyle. The happiness of vanity and money, it only lasts for a while. So I can see how there's no place for poetry. In order to read it, you have to stop and be free of your material world that won't let you be. And it's a shame that people will just not see this beautiful thing that is poetry. And when I'm calm, I could take on the world and I stack memories in neatly formed boxes, stacked upon each other and stockpiled in my mind. Poetry Poetry doesn't drive a flash car. It doesn't take fashion and push it too far. There's no profit to be made. Can you? There's no profit to sell. Product. There's no product to sell, no gossip to tell, only words to make you feel as they fall on deaf ears. All that remains, oil and power, their money is blood-stained. I find it strange how intelligent we are, yet that's where it is, sorry.